Okay, we want to go back now to Rockefeller habits number 3. So we have several meetings which need to start to be in every organization. The first one is the daily meeting. So we will run a demo of what a daily meeting look like, and then we will go to the weekly meeting, and we will try to go fast on this because of the timing. So daily meeting can be done in the office if the employees are in the office, or it can be also online on Teams or Zoom, whatever is available. And there are several things regarding the daily meeting. Depends how big is the organization. So you can't have all the employees on the daily meeting. It has to be as per the level of the hierarchy of the organization. So for example, we have, let's say, the management, then the management get into the daily meeting, and then one of the managers has also his team. He has also to go in daily meeting and so on. So you cannot bring everyone in the organization to the daily meeting. So the daily meeting it has three things. What's up today? What's happening today? And then what is the most important of the day? And then what are you stuck in? So after this meeting, you guys probably will be going to your meetings and to your work, etc. So let's run maybe two examples. Where is the other microphone? So who want to start? Okay. So you have to say what are you going to do basically today. You can start.
You mean my
yes? So your
like daily routine?
Yes, your daily routine. What are you going to do after this meeting?
After this meeting.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Are you staying in the office? Are you going to meet customers? Depends.
Currently, I got 2 comments for one of the customer submittal. So I will go meet the customer, and today we are finishing around 2:30. So definitely there will be 1 or 2 meetings. Otherwise, in a whole day, uh, I have 3 to 4 meetings, which we usually report to. I report to my manager whenever he asks. We doesn't have like these kind of things.
Okay, so let's say now you will go to the meeting. So what are you going to say is the following: that you have to mention the name of the person you're going to meet and also the company name. Okay, so you can start. So definitely you have a company you are going to meet in the afternoon. So
yeah, so I'll be having a meeting with Mr. Kalandar. He is the head of technical team in Daikin. They are working for one project in Javsa, which we are expecting the order. He received some consultant comments, so for that I will go.
So what is the importance, guys, from your perspective that he mentioned the name of the person?
He's having actual meeting, and he already appointed the meeting with him, and he have like a task with him.
Okay. What does that means for others? You might know this person.
You can give some information.
Okay. So there might be one person from the meeting say, okay, I know that this person is in the company. Maybe it's his first time meeting this customer, and he knows the person, and then he has to go and meet him. And then
from back office also we can say okay, Vinay, you are going to meet this customer, just for your information, 1, 2, 3 is open with them, and
Right.
3, 4, 5 we can do.
So maybe he is not aware of all the information available in the with
Maybe-
other colleagues.
Yeah, maybe some old quotation or some other salesman has visited this kind of.
Right. So you avoid, yeah, confusion and yeah. And then the second task of the meeting, you have to say what is the most important, the priority of the day. So Krishnan, what is your priority today? After, let's say, after the
For example, I have 2 meetings today.
uh-huh.
Then I will be going to Al Ghurair meeting Mr. Asif
Okay.
because they have some requirements of power cable which they used earlier, so they want to go for the same brand.
Mhm.
And also they are stuck with one new plant which is DOM. There they need to use some shielded cables with a high temperature. So I want to propose the right solution for them.
But there should not be in the meeting also so many details.
Okay.
Yeah, details will come maybe more in the weekly meeting.
Okay.
So it's enough to have the name of the person and what exactly you are the meeting for. Maybe you say I am going to there to close a new order or a new quotation,
okay,
or an open quotation, or you might say actually there are many technical things I need to verify regarding power cables. So try to really summarize it,
okay,
because in the daily meeting you don't have so much time to talk.
sure.
So shorter is better.
So we don't need to say I'm going to meet the customer for this quotation and this sizes, this value.
Yes, and this size, and because now all other colleagues are sleeping. Now they are, it's the beginning of the day. Mostly this daily meeting done very early in the morning. So now everyone is having a lot of things to do and they want to rush for their meetings.
Yes.
Now you start to explain, this size of product and this package, and now the compass is lost. So you have to be very specific with as less as information. Actually, the daily meeting requirement is mostly about bringing the information to the team that I am actually busy today from this time to this time, and I'm meeting 1, 2, 3, 4 people. It's not about really checking exactly what are you going to do, because what will I learn when you tell me, I am actually discussing this and discussing that? You can say it, but in short. And then if the topic require, then you take it offline. You can speak later maybe to your colleague, or your colleague will speak to you to have more details. One more thing, the daily meeting reduce time of communication. Let's say now Midon is busy with his logistic department and say, I have this today, deliveries, I have a cable to prepare and so on, that you guys know now he is fully stuck. So we reduce the communication. I know that Omar is today from 8 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon that he's having 3 meetings. So if you call him for another meeting, it's not going to work. So I will not even call him. So reducing the communication within the company, it will reduce the efficiency of increasing the call. It will reduce the efficiency. So we want to increase the efficiency. The third part of the meeting is what are you stuck in? So what are you stuck in, Krishnan, today?
The stuck point is we need to submit an offer to the customer. They are looking for instrumentation cable, and he is really chasing me for this. This is my stuck point today.
Okay.
So this stuck point will be a priority for your purchaser to purchase that.
Good point.
Yeah.
Right. So now it's become like you're urgent.
Yes.
Yeah. What if you don't have a quotation stuck in? You don't have really like it's going a normal day. So on the stuck point, because what does a stuck means for you? So when you say I'm stuck with, so what is a stuck? Is there any point that you are not stuck? What is the things make you really stuck?
Why I feel this is a stuck point? Because the requirement I feel so far it's very genuine, and this can be a turn into an order. So I should not be delayed. So
Okay.
I am with the customer. I want to also rush to submit it.
Okay. Let's say you don't have this today, this situation.
Okay.
What is the other stuck point you have?
The other stuck point I could say, I look for another order or another. If anything, there will be something stuck.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's what I mean. There will be always something. Yeah.
It's not that always we don't have anything. We always have something to prioritize.
Okay, but when you come to this stuck point, you feel like it is actually could be solved, or it's a stuck point like cannot be solved. When you say stuck, I'm stuck in something.
When I open this stuck point to my team, there will be some solutions come, because we have a different team, like back office, we have logistic team, we have purchasing team, we have also higher management to sort out the problems. So when you open the problem, there will be a solution. That is the idea we are planning to.
What if
open
you
system.
keep saying every day the same stuck point? What does that mean?
It means it cannot be solved.
Cannot be solved.
Yes.
Okay. Or there
That may not be our problem.
That means it cannot be solved, or nobody is helping him. Maybe the right person who can solve this, the information is not going to him.
Or it is not from our side,
or maybe
it's
it
not
is not
internally
so,
ours.
he is addressing it to the wrong department.
So what we should do in this case? Like, okay, every day I'm stuck with this, I'm stuck with this.
Like, I think it can be stuck with different departments. So sometimes we are stuck with accounts, sometimes we are stuck with logistics,
Right.
sometimes we are stuck with our internal sales team.
Sometimes
So,
stuck with HQ, headquarters.
So and only thing, we are meeting all these people only once. So I don't know how we.
So
can
if
solve
today
it.
we say I'm stuck with this, and tomorrow it's not solved, I'm stuck with it the third time, fourth time, fifth time. So what should be done?
That actually what should be done, like the management should see it, like which department it is. Maybe they can rectify that or improve that. If some skill is required, they will give skill, or if there some push is required, they will push it up, something like that.
So you are saying that basically the problem cannot keep coming.
Yeah,
This keep coming problem actually could lead us to a different window.
Yeah, it's like for me, my perspective, like sales team, like if the problem keep coming, maybe it makes me demoralized. I will leave it, or I will not serve the customer. Then it will leave my customer unhappy. Maybe he will give the reference, so it can be make it a bad word for me, my company, like that. So yes, addressing the problem is always a thing, and yes, we have to find solutions somehow.
But when we say stuck with, we have to say stuck with what exactly?
Of course.
Here, it should not be simply generally speaking, okay, I'm stuck with this customer. And then end of the story. Then no one will know what are you stuck with. I'm stuck with this customer in pricing. I'm stuck with this customer because of delivery time. I'm stuck with this customer because of the payment term. Then that solution immediately can be taken.
So to be very specific. Yeah. So if you are not specific, then it's like, okay, we have to do another call. And this call require another call. So more specific, easier to be solved. That's why the time is very limited. So if you speak too much, then actually get to the point, like that's what I'm stuck with exactly. Then I know that I have to do this next. And then it appears also who can help. Yeah. Okay, this is for the daily meeting, and we go for the weekly one. So the weekly is about the data, is about the priorities. So we spoke earlier about how we set the priorities, what is a priority. So how can we now measure how are we progressing? So we have made the theme, we have the theme all around the room. Every time you move your head, you see the theme, you see this drum pushing or pulling, and so everything is really reminding you, but maybe there is something like it's really not making things moving. So that's where we come to the stories which we discussed earlier with Omar and Krishnan about what happened with the customer and how the other people they got the information. So Midun, for you, it's when we speak about logistic, what is a story can come in your mind now, which you think it's actually required to be shared with your colleagues? It can be an update, it can be an update from the market. The market is keep updating problems, issues, Red Sea, I don't know, the rates. So what are the story should come from your side, which can maybe helping to them on going forward for the week to come?
For me, since last 2 weeks, I'm seeing that there is a huge demand in air freight cargos, and we are taking the very economical mode of air freight. So sometimes for the economical cargos, they will put your cargo aside and move the priorities, overpay the extra price. But we are not telling the customer, okay, you increase the price after getting the orders, and it's coming on me.
No, so here you have to express this information to all of us, that we all are informed and we give this rate to the customer at the time of coming the inquiry.
My real issue is that I'm giving you a particular freight rate. When the final negotiation comes, people excuse the freight charges because they know that this is not the actual one. There are no such thing that the freight charges is fixed in the market for first, like it's for a week time. It's like a copper. It changes daily based on the fuel surcharges. Last month it was 30%. This month is 26%. Next month, if it is 40%, you cannot keep the same price. The price will increase. But when you are giving a solution to your customer, please don't excuse the freight charges. Sometimes we may need to uplift the cargo to get the delivery time within 10 to 12 working days. If there is no space, I cannot do anything. You have to wait.
Yes.
This is happening since last 2 weeks. I'm seeing that our 2 weeks cargos are not yet reached Dubai because the issue is happening in Germany.
So how much are
So now
your
this
colleagues?
matter is addressed.
Yeah.
So now, since it's addressed, we all know that in the last 2 weeks there is an issue in the cargo because of we are going for the economic rate. So we have to give a priority options to customer. Okay, 15 working days or 20 working days for economic. Express this much is the price. Whoever needs it.
Then it's like a double sword because then a customer would say, sorry, you cannot even deliver the cargo in 15 working days. Then I don't need your I don't need to work with you.
But
So we cannot say to the customer.
Universal, no? It's not just our companies, to the market everywhere. Everyone is having the same issue.
So the question is Midon, how important, just not to go out of the topic, how important to bring this information in a weekly basis to your team on the table so they are aware of what is happening. They are not surprised like Omar is negotiating, he got the order, he promised the customer, but maybe he was not informed. Yeah. And then, oh, you didn't know that actually now there is this issue. So this is now late information, because now it is, you are telling him when basically the order is confirmed, maybe the customer has paid the money, and now it's a battle of where is my material, what shall I do? So this is what I'm trying to figure out here and highlight, that how important to bring this data in a weekly basis to inform everyone. This is what is happening. And this is the story. Guys, I met a company, freight forwarder, logistic company doing 1, 2, 3, and this is what they're saying. So they are aware. And also they might share information. Like, I have maybe a better solution. I heard this from my competition. So that's what I'm trying to say, that yes, it's a correct information what you have. You have the debate about it, but they are not informed. So they are not informed means their information is with you.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so that's what is the weekly meeting is all about. It's about bringing the data, bringing information, and setting the priorities. Because sometimes you say, I can't do anything with this. This is what it is. So what we are discussing here, achieving the target, become maybe even more difficult and require to be reset. Oh, how can I get this order now on time? How can I invoice this before? So that is why the data in a weekly basis is required. So the daily is about what is happening, the priority to reduce the time of interruption between the team, to have more efficient time. If there are points stuck, we can solve them maybe urgently. But when you go weekly, it has to be around 2 hours of discussion, of bringing data, information of what needs to be done on the priorities we set. We look at the lagging indicator, and then we set a new leading indicator and make it happening from that. The third point in the Rockefeller is talking about the education, because the team need always to have updated information of knowledge, skills. So the team has to get in a place, especially the executive team has to get in a place in a monthly basis to learn something new. And this can be also prepared by the team itself, because within the team there will be always skills to be shared from the information they have, the knowledge they have, or courses they got, or book they read, etc. And fourth, the third point is, where are we now? Yeah.
Executive and middle managers.
Yes. So here it's really I would say, the pillars of the company. Are you discussing about the finance issues? Because we are keep discussing sales, numbers. So what about the cash? How is the cash doing? Are the finance team involved in giving information about what is really happening? And of course, we can run demos and we can see how can this information. So you guys have big warehouse, inventory. How is this inventory affecting you? With the cycle, if you remember at the beginning, people strategy, execution, cash. So the execution is connected to the cash. So if you don't have enough cash, how can you execute? You have no cash. You cannot execute. And then you have, the cash is also connecting again with the people. If you don't have cash, you cannot hire, you cannot train, you cannot talk, you cannot do anything. So they are all connected together. So you have to join and talk about each one of them in a quarterly and then annually. And of course, when it's longer it goes, the time we don't meet, the meeting is longer. So the quarterly, it should not be 1 hour. It should be 4 hours. And then end of the year, sorry, it has to go maybe 1 full day or 2 full days, where now you need to do the planning of next year. What is the strategy for next year? What is the action we need to do? So this cannot be done in 1 day. And then we look back to the previous year and then how we want to move forward. Okay, here we have, guys have one, this is very, very easy, just for your information. you have this, who, when, and what. So basically this one, when you do your weekly meeting, you come up with, so this is a very simple like form which can be prepared by anyone. What are you going to do with this? So end of the meeting, on like weekly meeting, regardless when you do it, you come up with new things of what are you going to do. Now we found the problems, we found new issues, so you have to basically write them down here, and then you write who's going to be accountable for this, who's going to work on this topic. Like say, okay, we have now this issue, who's going to find this information? You have to write his name with the topic, and when are you going to do it? It's not open. We have to do it in a week, in a month, in a quarter, in whatever, but there should be a progress. But end of the meeting, each meeting you have to come up with this paper, and then you have new tasks. We are not going to do anything with this now, but this is how it is actually structured. So for example, let's take maybe one example.
Can I ask something?
Yeah, please.
Let's say that there is no marketing department in our company.
Right.
Then how can we decide who, what, and when?
This is not about marketing. This is about, okay, that's a different discussion. You don't have a marketing, but this is a different discussion. So for example, let's say you spoke about logistic now, right? And you said, this is the situation happening and so on. Maybe one of your colleagues say, no, I don't agree with this. I know now, last week, I heard from the customer that they got this shipment in 10 days. Okay, now you require new data, right? New information from your colleague that this is what is required. You have to write it down, the topic. And who is going to bring you the information and when? Let's say people are asking for, now he was referring that I'm stuck with, in the daily meeting, I'm stuck with this point. And in the weekly meeting, he's coming and say, look, this problem is not getting solved. And that's why I'm not progressing. And now we have a problem. We have to address it. So we don't leave the meeting without knowing anything. Okay, this guy said this guy said that. But by the end of the meeting, who is doing what? Oh, I need a sample from my headquarters. Okay, who is arranging the sample? Look, always look into the picture as big, because maybe your organization is huge, maybe it's very small, maybe it's only you in the organization. Maybe there are only 5 people. But maybe it has to go to another department. So what is the topic? I need sample. Who's arranging the sample and when? That's what it means. Okay, so we spoke about the daily meeting. It goes 5 to 15 minutes. The weekly, it's more about priorities. And then we are missing a flicker. Monthly, the big issues, and quarterly is the strategy. So you need to sit every quarter for 1 day to discuss about, is it really going well, or it's not going well and it's just, okay, it's just going. Numbers are there. We don't know if it is actually going well or not going well. We are just moving. So the meetings, so routine set you free. So when you have this routine of the daily, of the weekly, of the monthly, and the quarterly, that's where things start to move. You want guys have a break, or we continue? Okay. So this is the end section of execution, where we touch actually only few points, but of course we need more time to cover all of them. We will go back to a few of them later. So now we go to the strategy section. So we spoke about, so today we will speak about part of execution and part of the strategy section. So here is, now we need to stick some other sticky notes. We have enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So read the question and write only one sentence. Whatever come in your mind. So if I might come and ask you, what is your strategy? Simple question. Sounds easy, but not easy. Done? Shall we put them there? Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Most important is the computer still alive. That's, the rest is okay. This is yours. Parvati, come and help me out to read.
Proper customer service,
Hmm.
bringing more sales and new clients,
1 second, let me give you the mic.
proper customer service, bringing more sales and new clients, attaining the target by utilizing our stock, to be one-stop solution provider for cables and accessories in industrial cable category. What is this? SG? Whose is this?
That is for that sustainable growth and it mentioned is it driving? So I put partially.
Okay, so it's driving. It's,
Yeah.
if you
driving
achieve this,
partially.
then it's okay.
Okay. Maintaining quality and delivering on time. If we want to grow into a solution provider, priority based strategy, achieving the sales target, yet it is during growth in revenue and gross margin.
Okay, so just stay there. So which one you feel it's resonating? Which one is your one?
Mine is this, attaining the sales target by utilizing our existing stock.
Okay. So when we say a strategy, what is a strategy, Vinay?
Strategy is like our objectives, how we combine our objectives to reach the goal of a company. Like what is our mission and how we achieve our mission is our strategy.
Mm-hmm.
some like actions. Basically, strategy is our actions.
Yeah. What else? Anyone has any other thought based on what you wrote? Whatever you wrote, just reflect on to have it more explained. Okay, you can sit.
How you want to be recognized in the market.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like I wrote like you want to grow into a solution provider because people are more into sales.
Mm.
We want to be more into more close with the customer to give a solution to their problems, and we want to grow into that level.
Did you write something? You were or no? You wrote something?
I have a different opinion.
Okay.
Our company has never mentioned anything about vision or mission or strategies to employees.
Okay.
It was not discussed before in any meetings.
Okay.
How can I know that this is the company strategy?
From your point of view.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I do not know what is company strategy to
Okay.
sell to.
So we don't know.
No.
Okay. Fair enough. That's. I think Omar. What did you write exactly?
Is to bring in new clients and to increase the sales.
Is this a strategy or this is a goal?
Yeah, it's more like a goal.
So it's not a strategy.
Yeah.
Okay. What else could be the strategy? So they wrote something like solution provider. They wrote something like, what you wrote, Vinay?
Yeah. Solution provider for cables and accessories
Okay.
in industrial.
But Midun, maybe you are in a different department, but let me ask you a question maybe to have it more clear. Is it necessary that the company discuss with you what is their strategy, or we should propose based on what we know what should be the strategy?
They should discuss at least. Not like in depth. In a very short.
So strategy come from who?
Higher management.
Yes, from people. Who
Yes.
are the people in the company? Because if you remember the circle, people, strategy. So strategy come from people.
Yeah.
From input of the people. Because the owner or the director of the company, he will not dream of a strategy and wake up and say, okay, this is the strategy. The strategy is this input. So what would be the input from your perspective in your department that should be the strategy? Because finally you see a problem, right? In your industry and you propose. Now they accept, they don't accept, that's different. But when you have a problem in your department moving, you say, I have here a problem. And he said something, he says something, and this become the input. This input become basically the major pillar of setting up the strategy. The strategy is not born by itself.
As an example, here we talk about one of the priority of a operation team is not to waste our time on wrong customer or wrong project.
Right.
So here, I will inform that this is we are working our time mostly majority of the time on a wrong project or a wrong customer or wrong account. So please rework on these accounts. So saving the time is my priority for my
Right.
everyday job.
Right.
And that's my priority, and that's my.
But this is more operation,
yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, but operation leads to the sales and the rest all things, no? Because if we all spend our time more in a wrong informations or wrong accounts or wrong projects, then you are missing the right ones.
Right. Let me give you an example. Who heard about Domino's 30 minutes? So what does that mean?
Guarantee
Delivery in 30 minutes.
guarantee that you'll get your pizza within 30 minutes. If
So
you are
this-
not getting it, you will get
So this is their tagline.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do they need to do in order to achieve this? They need to do
stores.
everything,
Yeah.
basically, right?
Yeah.
So this become like the strategy in one word. So that's what we are talking about here. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. But actually there should be like, can you say it simply?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, can you say it simply? And this come always from the debate is exactly what do you want to deliver to the customer? We will come to that in more, I would say, more details. So here I refer to what you're saying and what you were also referring earlier. What do you say no to? So can we go one by one and say, what do you say no to, Bidun, from your side?
I need to think.
Okay. Vinay, what do you say no?
we s-
Operational and point of view, yeah.
For me, I say no to the products or like the specification which we cannot meet, and no to unrealistic demand of customer which cannot be fulfilled.
Okay. Arun, what do you say no to?
No, if we cannot deliver the material on time, we should inform the customer on prior basis. Like,
So if you want to articulate it in a different way, that if you are pushed to say something opposite, you will say no, I have to say the truth.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
Sending offers to customers who are not even responding to the follow-up.
Do you hear,
emails.
guys? She's repeating this 10 times. She says there is a suffer here. Okay.
A pre-work has to be done on the enquiry what we receive prior to the quotation.
Okay.
for me, especially in the sales, that when I meet the customer and he's trying to say like the other competitor is he can do that or like deliver it in a shorter time or he can give these prices, I would like say no, like we cannot do that, and I will not give him imaginary promises.
Okay.
I normally say no to the payments because when it comes to cash, we need we cannot give any long term credits.
Anisa's smiling. She's
Yeah.
happy.
So we give like sometime we say in the end of the closing we are saying no, we cannot go up to 120 days, we cannot go up to 90 days,
Right.
we cannot go for open credits. It's totally depends their credibility. So sometimes we say no there.
Hmm.
Everything from the beginning we are all okay, yes, say yes, but maybe in the final stage we are saying no.
Mhm.
So they're little bit tough, but we will have to sort it out.
Okay.
Uh, According to my point of view, the quotation, the inquiry, when the inquiry came, so I want to check like it is, we have that much stock, and the we are capable to do this project or not. If it is beyond like millions, so sometimes they are just checking the pricing and wasting our time. And when it will go more than 2-3 million, they will direct go to factory. So that in the beginning, I want to say no, we cannot quote. And second thing important is for payment term. Uh, Always people are asking 120 days credit. So we should say no, we have only 90 days, allow 90 days PTC pay.
I will say no to the no delivery to the overdue customers.
No delivery to?
Overdue customers
Overdue,
means the
okay.
payment receivables.
Yeah.
And where I don't have proper documentation of any customer, so I will say no. Once I get everything and the credit verification, everything done, till then there is a no.
Came back to you.
I would say no to the customer whose thinking to, thinking us to work according to their wish. Sometimes they expect, why are you not giving me Xbox? Why are you not giving me C, and why are you not giving me a free delivery? Why can't you work on Saturday?
Yeah.
I would say sorry, no.
So you mean the standards are not set well?
No.
Okay.
And also, I would like to say no to my team when they are committing to the customers without my confirmation.
Okay.
Here I have a couple of times another.
But usually he never says no.
That's why I said I would like to say.
Yeah, he's pushed. Yeah.
A couple of times when customers come back for again negotiation, they need payment, they need discount, they need payment terms. So last week, 2 customers I asked, what is your priority requirement? Is it discount or is it payment term? Because accordingly I can put this request to my management.
Right.
Then because of course you can't get everything. So as an example, last time one customer said, okay, for me the payment term is matter.
Right.
Okay, so the discount, they themselves said, okay, then please work on the credit term.
Right.
Okay, fine.
So you need more information.
One no, one yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see here now, if we collect all this no, how does this contribute to the company strategy? Just think of something.
Now we have like a strategy or like standards that we have to work on it.
Yeah.
That now I don't come to Medon and I tell him, okay, give us documentation from Dubai and like Xworks Italy or something like that.
Yeah.
He already told me we cannot do that, so I shouldn't do that. So
Keep nagging about the same things.
Yes.
It's not going to help the company to go forward. Yeah. What else? When you have a set of no, like, is it making it more clear?
like rules.
Yeah.
Like this is rules that we have to follow.
Yes, it's clear. Like we know the accounts, the people requirement. We know the store people wishes, like what they need, and we know like strategy of our.
And of course, you will have the pressure from the market, right? And still, you need to bring this. Maybe can we have a?
Yeah, but it gives opportunity to say yes to many things. You should think in that way.
Okay. Like, can you?
Now, let's say that I'm not. I mean, I said.
You have the mic. So make sure your voice is there.
Let's say that for the payment terms, you may say, no, we cannot deliver the material without 30 days or 90 days credit, but you can give him for 30 days credit. Maybe your accounts department will accept it. So there is some, if you tune it, then it's become a yes for the customer, for us also. Let's say that I'm saying to Vinay, I will not deliver the material on Saturday. So you plan accordingly. You tell the customer Friday evening you accept it. So if they are accepting it, okay. Or I'm not getting the right explanation, but
yeah.
When I don't, not just me, it's a common thing that people doesn't want to listen no.
Of course.
Yeah, so they want to see options.
Yes, especially when you are in negotiation, the first thing your enemy hates at listening no. So instead.
So she was saying something here, and she was saying that what could be the main important thing for you, because maybe sometimes you are giving really the customer something that he really doesn't know, doesn't need.
Exactly. In this case,
or it's not the most important for him.
What is their important?
Yeah, maybe the delivery is more important than the. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So that will have it more clear later on what to say yes, what to say no, and how can you adjust this internally, right?
Yes.
Because maybe you will find that actually we need more of yes on this point than more of no. How can we actually adjust? So if I just say no, yeah, please.
when I met one customer for a big project, actually I want the customer to speak out. I ask him what exactly you look for, because this is like a 1 million project. I ask him. He asked me what is your payment terms. I ask the same question I throw to him. I ask him what you could do it. I mean, what you give me your proposal. Maybe I can speak to my management. Then I was expecting only 30%. He said 50%.
Right.
So it is really good for me. So the options I gave to him, that was really worked.
Yeah. So being stubborn on a particular no, it can also kill you.
Instead of saying no, let the customer say the options.
Okay, but let's make a differentiation between what is really no and what may be. So what is really no? Like even whatever is the earth come, I will have to say no. So he mentioned a point here that I should not, the documents will not change tomorrow to yes. So it will be always no. So we should know that yes, this is no. And it will be always no.
Sanction countries in the business.
Okay.
You must say
No,
no,
like-
sanction countries.
Just like
Right, right.
Another thing, if it is a no, it should be always a no. Like
Yeah.
if someone say no, somebody else in the team, we are working on it, we'll get back to you. Apologies for the delay, we are working on it.
Right.
That means that the other person was not working on it.
So there are no clear no here.
See, someone in the everyone in the company should be on the same page. If someone is saying no, that means everyone should be no. It's not like okay, somebody on the other loop say, apologies for the delay, we are working on it.
So if we return back to the weekly meeting, these where the lists start to be actually made. We need to start to build a no list where everyone say no. It's not here she's saying no and he's saying maybe and he is saying yes. No is no. And what is required to be sometimes agile, I mean, not really no. Maybe here we have the possibility, but there are difficulties. That's different. So you mentioned sanction. There is no yes here, or there is no medium. They are very like strict on that on these things. You should move on that. Okay, there is one page here called strategy. You found it?
No.
No. So what is strata? It's a difficult. No.
Page number 7.
You have it, Krishna?
Yes.
Anyone who doesn't have it? Okay. Actually, strata means layers. So it's 7 layers. That's it. So it has nothing to do with the word strategy, but it is 7 layers. So each one here, each layer in this, it requires a lot of storming to fill. So this is basically a form which most of the time, if you want to fill it like correctly, it requires 4 to 5 hours. Yes. So we will go in few of them and we will do some exercises, but we will not be able to do everything. So again, here we speak about strategy. We show you this picture before and how we want to be really different. We spoke enough, I think, about this picture. So this is so there is a word you own, in your industry, which you need to, if I say this word, I know that it's you. So who knows what is Volvo is famous for? Safety. But when you heard Volvo, do you remember trucks or you remember safety?
Safety.
You remember safety.
You like the safety of the vehicle is very really good for the passenger. Yeah, it's the top of
the high. Like if you really want to secure your family, you buy them a Volvo. That even whatever hit to them, hopefully, yeah, nothing will happen. So this is the word they own. So they are identified by the word they own. So we speak about Google. So what is Google is known for? Search, right? So when you heard about Google, you know the word search. So this is how we need to also start thinking about. When I heard about the company, I also connected with actually the words they own, not the company name. The company name, it is something less important than the word you own. So whenever I say, oh, I'm looking for a safe car, then safety come, and then immediately Volvo come. And then I want to say, I want to experience maybe a sport drive. Then maybe BMW come into the mind. Yeah, so depends about the budget.
Yeah.
But that is the concept of the words they own. Okay, this is we are number one in the number two business. So this is we know what it is. So okay, this is basically a very interesting example from Turkey. This guy, he's actually famous of making doors, wooden doors. So he engraved on the doors, and that's the only thing he does. He doesn't do anything else. And it went even more deeper and say, I do only doors for churches and palace. So even if you go to him with a requirement of a door for home, he will say no. That's the reason this guy, what did he gain? So see the news here, they are asking him to deliver something to USA from Turkey for doors for the churches. And that's actually, what does it bring to you? That the marketing for him, it's become very low, because he owned this word and he's going around only with something. He knows his customer and his customer knows him. Yeah. So you have to be very specific on what you do. And yeah, so that's the importance of the words you own.
Like Ferrari, like they made one car called the Ferrari, and they said like if you don't like if you are not an old customer, an old client for them, they will not sell it to you. Like you should have, I think, a minimum of 5 Ferraris in your history.
Wow.
Then they will allow you to sell you this car.
The same way, we never thought of this in business. Your pants have a zip.
Yeah. Can you give him the mic? Sorry, because
the zip which we have on our pants are made by one company. 60% whole world, one company from Bangladesh or somewhere else is selling.
Wow.
It's, imagine, millions, billions of zips, but nobody knows this company about. They don't do the marketing, but customers knows from their industry.
Right.
But sometimes we think that we should post everywhere our posters, otherwise people will forget it. But no need of it, because you own that word.
Exactly. That is the same what we are discussing. We will go in the second layer, and here they call it the sandbox. Sandbox is just this place where you put the child to play, and you put the. So this is where the company is actually playing. So who are your customer, and where, and what are you really offering to them? So we want to identify here with one exercise. Here you have one page like this.
Yes.
There are 2 pages, this one.
Ideal customer.
Yes. Okay. So we need to answer these questions and then we will discuss them. So let's go through. Okay, just very important point here. Very, very important. We are talking about your best customers. We are not talking about just regular customer. We are talking about those customers who like your brand and they are always buying from you and they are actually like they are having a good payment. So we are talking about really this, like this nice customer. When you go there, you are really welcome.
So we should
We are
write
not-
the customer name here.
No.
Describe the ideal customer for your.
You don't need to mention their name.
Okay.
It's more about who they are.
Their
Yeah. So you
their
go.
attitude. Their
Yeah.
attitude.
Yes.
What do they look like? Means image.
Yeah, because there is one photo here, which you need to draw him, right? It's just a fun exercise, so don't be stressed. Anyway, if you don't you check the question. If you're not able to answer, skip. Just don't burn the time here. It's okay because you are not meeting the customer, so you are, but from your point of view, from your department point of view.
Okay, so I can.
Yes, of course, from your department point of view. Because everyone see it from his position. I'm trying to help. I'm not trying to say. Let's give it 2 minutes and then wherever we are, it's fine. So have an imagination. Okay, one more minute and then please start drawing.
Oh my God, we need to draw.
Just imagine who is he.
Because my my customer can't stand.
Okay, then draw another photo. Okay, Bhargava, you can start drawing. So just 2 minutes more and then we jump to the second one. One eye.
Yeah, actually, I thought it in that way. I did. Be everything, not just mouth.
Yes. Is your best one. Okay, Vinay, do a draw. He's carrying cables or what?
No.
Bags.
Yeah, I remember in college time I had one exam called Industrial Electronics, and it was like question and there's like 3-4 pages, 50 pages to write the solution. So I thought there is only 2 questions in the exam. So in the last almost 10 minutes, one of the guys in the exam room said, "Doctor, like on the 3rd question," and I was like so scared and shocked. And I immediately shouted, "What 3rd question?" And the doctor said, like, "Just stick to your page, stick to your page." I said, "No, there's only 2 questions in my paper." And he said, "No, man, just go." After like around 10 white pages, there's a 3rd question. So it was like, it's big question, and it was half of the exam as marks.
Second question was really.
Yeah, and I was really like, I said, "Oh, take a picture, I'm very fail."
Are you over, Vinay? Almost?
Sketching.
Okay. Okay, 1 more minute.
Now we will see who is Michelangelo.
It's okay, no, like if we leave some points,
It's fine.
who is left-handed?
No, I'm asking. Anyone who's-
I am a left hand, yeah.
Ah, okay. So you should have good drawings.
I don't know.
Like that?
Yeah, mostly.
I will try. But you see, we don't know how innovative we are and what is in our mind. Okay, we don't want to read the questions and like answer them, but from the answers, what you have, you can tell, like we go one by one. From the answers, you can bring like a, maybe you speak for 30 seconds or 40 seconds of who is your ideal customer. Okay, you're done, Vinay?
Yeah.
Okay. Omar, you want to start? Where is the mic? Microphone? So no need to say the questions, no need to say the customer, it's just about...
So the big question,
No,
sorry,
your ideal customer is... So these questions are helping you to make a little speech about your customer.
let's say, okay, so
It's not necessary to be really like perfect speech, just
yeah.
the
So
idea.
My customer is like they do water filling machines manufacturer, and how he looks, I think of him, the main guy, the manager. He's like Tony Stark from Iron Man. Tony Stark. Okay. Yeah. The character. Their day is like very busy, a lot of work, a lot of phones, and he have also a lot of technical issues at the production line. So he keep going down to the factory to solve it, and then he comes back. And he is always having a special laptop. It's not like a normal laptop, which can immediately check in and like do the solving the problems. What keep them at night? Not solving the issues technically. He's like, this is the biggest fear he have, like not knowing how to solve this technical problem. Their goals is to produce in shorter time for their machines, to have a better production times. Their challenges, material delivery time, stock capability, and their biggest one, and they are solving it now, the production area. It's actually like they need a long production area. So they are moving to a new warehouse. What he care most about in life, new technology. What makes them feel good, delivery, the delivery of a project, like finishing a project for them and like going to a new one. What makes them feel sexy, participating in exhibitions. He loves to participate. What makes them feel bad, delay in production. What do they measure success? Total revenue of sales, and how many machines they have produced like each year. What they need most from us to order in order to succeed. Best delivery time and availability. And
But before showing,
yes.
so when you mention about this customer, can you relate the same things to another 4 or 5 customers of your best customer. Do you think they are facing the same, more or less the same things, or they are too far? And if they are too far, in which areas?
Yeah, there are several, let's say, continuous. For example, I have another customer, which is are much bigger than this customer, but their total like sales, purchasing from us is much bigger or like much more. And but the problem with them is the procedure and the ordering is very slow, and it's like.
But where is the similarity between both?
They are both working in like they always look to new technology and they have good requirement for cables.
Okay, so how does he look like? So what does this explain?
So I made for him like a big brain because he's very smart and he knows. Also with the big eyes, so he can like he always seeing the new things and like trying to catch up with the new technology. A big mouth and a big stomach, like he's having a lot of orders and he's like eating everything. He have no problem. A laptop. He's working with a laptop. It's always like he like you guys need to see him. He have like a really very weird laptop this size, and it like have so much things and details in it. And I made him on wheelchair because he's very slow in doing the things for the orders and inquiries and payments.
Nice. Thank you. Krishnan, go for it.
Don't do the photo.
It's okay. I think even if you don't carry it, it will be okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I feel him, I feel the customer is happy because they are more or less they are always busy, and they are not happy when we are increasing the price.
We want to talk about when they are happy, and we speak about customers who are happy, who are always ordering from you. We are not talking about customers who are always complaining or always bringing you problems. We are talking about this ideal customer. You know
the ideal customer, they are more into listening to us. Also, they understand the problems. I mean, the market sometimes the material delay and the Red Sea.
So what make them listen to you? I mean, that's the question. If they are a good customer of you, but they are always listen to you, but what make them listen to you?
They are more realistic in terms of the market situations.
So they understand the situation. It's not that they are blind.
Yes.
Okay.
Other than that, they are they look for more better service. If we increase the price, they are not happy. If we give the solution and the better
no
price,
one get happy when the price increase. So yes. Definitely.
Yeah, they are happy when we.
But they are realistic. They understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are happy when we give the solutions. So, for example, we go and save some cost. One of the same customer, we had a issue that they came with the BOQ. This for the project. The BOQ was some list of cables are it's not matching with the power cable. So
right.
When we ask him what is the application for, then he rectified and he checked the drawing and he really found that this 40,000 is.
So what is how do they look like from the photo you draw?
So they look like happy when I'm not good in drawing.
Okay.
But they put hand when they upset when we increase the price, but they adjust.
Okay. So we want to go faster. So
the customer look like satisfied and leader in the market and very cloudy.
No, the customer doesn't look satisfied. Who is this customer who looks satisfied?
No, they are leader in the market, like
Leader in terms of
in buying like cable in the projects
okay.
in some area, specific area,
So in very specific area, they are the market leader.
market.
Okay.
Uh,
So again, we speak about specific.
yes, yes.
Okay.
One customer like which is
Right.
I like, and always they are for me cloudy, not sunny. That they like, and afraid of consultant approvals sometimes, and their goals. They need good quality product with the economical price. Or
Right.
challenges, they need all items should be in stock. This is challenge, and most care
Challenge
about
to serve them.
to serve them. Yes.
Right.
And what do they care? They need more discount,
Hmm.
and if we have stock, they feel good. And
how do they look like from the photo?
so they have Swiss knife and targeting.
What's that? Sorry.
Swiss knife.
Okay.
Because it's mentioned in the if they have
But this is Swiss knife they want to use against you, or
no, they use against us. Like if they need targeted, okay, we need this immediately.
yeah.
So we have this thing.
But still, this is your ideal customer.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if they are not ideal, then who are they?
Then disaster.
So that's what. Yeah.
They will.
Bottle, arrow, this all like fulfill. Like
This is like a javelin, or
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
So he's like full fledged.
So we can articulate that the customer is strong enough to fight, but they are happy and they are keeping their things,
Yes.
I would say, in a cold environment.
Yes, yes.
Okay. But are all these customers like that?
No, few. Two.
But we are talking about the best one.
Best. This is the best one.
Okay. Anisa, what did you draw?
So they are organized and like they are reputed and organized customer,
Uh-huh.
and we can always expect their service as per their brand. And they are always like their challenge is always to like satisfy their clients or customer, and they care most about their reputation, and they feel happy when the customer is happy with their service. And what makes them sexy is their brand name, and what makes them feel bad is that when they do not get the proper service, like when they are giving something when they don't get in return, so they feel bad.
Okay. How do they look like?
They are like very gentlemen, I would say, with always like
Okay.
proper.
Nice. Yes, Megan.
My ideal customer would be someone who would show patience and understanding the procedures how to achieve their goal.
Uh-huh.
What do they look like? A priest or a monk?
Uh-huh.
What is their day like? Very organized and routine. What keeps them up at night? Nothing would make them up at night because they know that they are with me. What are their goals? Their happiness. What do they care most about in life? The reliability and the peacefulness. What they feel good, the end result. And what makes them sexy? Nothing make them sexy because they believe in most in peaceful and the reliability, no nothing else. What makes them feel bad? The no appreciation or no reward from at least from our side. What do they do most? What do they need most from us in order to succeed? Our time, our mind, and some information.
Okay, and how do they look like?
This guy has a big ear because he listen a lot from us, and he has a small mouth because he doesn't talk too much.
Show it this side because they don't see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So he always listen us.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like talk too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice.
My ideal customer is, working with a good reputed company, and they're like considering quality and standard and smartly purchasing their technical requirement. How do they look like? It's like mid-age, smart person with attractive smile and giving us the hope. What is their day like is they keep working on their key priorities, and they pursue hobby each day, sharing knowledge, learning new skills. What keeps them up at night? It's like quality issues, shutdowns, operation time loss, breakdown, timely delivery, best standard, after sales support, proper consultancy. What are their goals? Complete project on time, adapt new products, learn new things, getting new orders for their next projects. What are their challenges? Their challenges are like technical guidance. They have authority. There is a big challenge for them whether he is having authority to accept it or not, and lack of experience in being creative or risk taking capacity. What do they care most about in life is happiness, job security, learning, family. What makes them feel good? If we share more knowledge, appreciation, and we give them the authority. What makes them feel sexy is again the authority and the knowledge. What makes them feel bad? Non-professional support and fake promises. How do they measure success? Delivering on time, no loss of any at the site, and also the cost benefits. What do they need most from us in order to succeed? Is knowledge, guidance, assurance, and of course, guarantee, warranty. So my custom is like this. This guy is like this. So I put it like this. Like, so he's having some kind of a layers in his head, which we keep need to trick by like a key. Keep tricking him sometimes so that it will remain active and freshen up that. And he's having big ears where he likes to listen more, with some caution as a triangle, dollar, and this as a water is like it should be like the flow of information. And then I put his smile. He's a very smiley person, but his smile depends on two things: knowledge and authority. So that's why I put his one hand is handcuffed with the authority, whether he will be able to be creative or no. And he's a like as I said, is a smart person. He likes to go with the flow. What trend is going on? He likes to like purchase new clothes, very brand new shoes, like a Jordan shoes and all something. And last but not the least, this guy, we my ideal customer having a big heart, like taking risk and just giving us again the order or loyalty. So I feel
Amazing.
My ideal customer, they have more projects on hand, and they are good in repaying the money, and they are keep on fighting us for the pricing and for the delivery also. And for the sea shipment also, they are asking come good, actually what to say, like they need material immediately, like in 1 or 2 days. Even we are quoting on sea shipment, and they are very they feel good at we are giving more good customer supports to them, so they are very good in that. Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
Good pricing first.
how does it look like? So what are we?
No, this is actually the hands full of projects and the money also. It's dollar sign.
Yeah,
And,
it's not that they have only projects, but they cannot pay later.
Yeah, they are
Okay.
they are good in paying
Yeah,
also.
nice.
And this is not a smiling. Actually, they are keep on asking just like a talkative. Yeah.
But you are ready to give them the service because they are a good customer and they are going to
Yes.
bring something.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My ideal customer should look like a king or a queen, not a tyrant, but a
Should
very.
look like, or you have it
I
should
have, yeah,
yes, exactly.
customers like king
Yeah.
or queen, but not a tyrant, but a very pleasing, people-friendly, wise, knowledgeable one. Because I don't have to work too much on them. They knows what they need. They'll come with exact their needs, and they will, because they are king or queen, they are not much worried about the money. They have it. They need the best service.
Right.
They are considering us as their people or their team, like together we are working, so we are working for them and they are looking forward to us. Instead of going somewhere else to find the solution, they'll always come to us with a smiling face. Since they are wise, they will have their solutions in mind. We
Yeah.
just have to work with them. So
Like that.
my customer looks like a, my drawing is bad, but it's a queen. It's a it's a king with a crown, with a lot of money,
Okay.
considering as a team, and appreciations for our work.
Flowers, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Parvati, take one hard drive also. So my ideal customer should say price. No need to take price.
Yeah, because they are king, no? They are not worried about the payment, they are worried about the service.
Small king or a
Not a tyrant, very people friendly, wise, knowledgeable.
Very big king.
it's on the dream. Not
This is ideal customer. No, have you not heard about ideal machine? If there is an ideal machine, no, right?
I never dealt with the king.
You are familiar with ideal machine, right? 100% efficiency, nothing like that.
Right. Soumya, go.
Yeah, my ideal customer holds the same value as our company. So the communication is same. Like what I speak, they understand. We
Right.
have an elite customer holding the same value. And he should be of course, he's a long-term partner as well. And for him, what doesn't make him sleep is um, not keeping promises for any reasons. And he's very professional, and he has a value of brand, and he
Right.
holds also a brand.
And how does it look like?
He has eyes, mouth, ear, everything. So it's like coordinating. He uses everything, and he has a calculator. So he's aware of what we are saying and what he is doing, and of course he holds the brand, like how we hold the brand.
Yeah.
Then the communication is easier. Yeah, professional with suit.
Thank you. So I am sure now this customer can relate to, you can have it there. So this customer, whoever you selected, it can be also applicable to another 4 or 5 or 6 customers from what you have. So if you put this data together, which actually this is what should happen. We don't do the exercise to just leave it like that. So this data should come together in one sheet, and then we eliminate what is repeated, and then we have a list of things that this is who is actually our customer. So when you should go, so I think here simply we are talking about maybe 30 customers. I'm sure even more than that. Probably he has in mind 4 or 5, and they are different because everyone is handling one area. So we are talking about maybe 30, 40 different customers. Maybe logistic, you are handling many of the same, but this is who are the customer you actually need to look for, who has this kind of specification. It's like when you check the cable specification, you say, oh, this match, this match, this match. So now you have a list of things which actually specify who is your customer. So when you visit your customer next time, so we will see how can we put all this data together. Again, we don't come back to this. Now we have a topic, yeah, is what we need to put this data together. We have a list and who is doing it and when, to have a kind of a checklist again. Okay, this is not really our customer. This is the core customer I'm looking for. This is basically the idea of this exercise. And from this, you have so many things to do. You know what products to improve. You know what exactly you are going to sell to these guys. So you are not just, so you are building your strategy based on this core customers, because this core customer are now your foundation to go forward and plan. So when you come to, so which one is easier to bring new products, new market, has nothing to do with what you're doing, or building up on your core customer, on checking what else could be done with them and what else could be done with someone who is similar. Because today, this is how is our market look like. Competitive advantage, which you can build today. Let's say now you are bringing a new products and you are putting it in your stock. Let's say this is your company or this is your company. In 6 months, another company will know that you are actually stocking this because they heard about it in the market. Oh, we bought from your company this cable. Oh, now this, they have it. Now we want to have it. So they will investigate and they will find out. And today also there are other problems in this market. Customer knowledge is very high. So you cannot hide information any longer, right? So all the information are available with the press or from the customers you're dealing with or from the suppliers, because they keep going around and talk about your secrets and about what you do. So the idea is that how can you actually go forward and better than these people? So you have to be different. And this is how you need to be. You need to be an ostrich. You cannot be same like them, right? You have to be different. But not only different, but an ostrich with a skate, which is even making you more different than others. So when you go, there are two things which we speak about: the competitive advantage and core competency. Competitive advantage is what you can add to the market and later on could be copied very fast. But if you bring something new, it will be also copied. But how much time it will take them to actually copy that? This is always born from the customer we are handling and the customers we are taking care of. Just to rush it a little bit, because we can speak a lot about that. We want to speak about the brand promise. Just a quick question: what is a brand promise? When I say, Omar, what is a brand promise? What's your brand bringing? What is the promise? Best quality. It's over.
For me, like as a Hello Cable, it's like faster delivery, X stock, whatever item is.
Okay.
Lot of options to choose.
So what brand promise give to the customer?
It's like availability,
No, what it brings to the mind of the customer?
reliability.
Okay.
Quality and stock.
So what is the brand promise give to the customer?
Like if we should, like if you tell the brand about brand, so quality should be there.
So what does that bring to the customer?
If they think our company, so they know, okay, they have this brand with the quality, good quality, and service also, delivery service and stock availability. These 3-4 type things.
No, this is what you are bringing to the customer. What customer will get when you promise him something?
First, service.
No, what will give him? That what are you giving to the customer?
Yeah.
So let me give you an example. Maybe this make it better. So in Philippines, this example from Philippines. This is, you know, in that country, it's more about many islands. You have so many islands around, and they have to basically transport by ferries. So this company wanted to bring the the brand promise to the customers. So the customers who are basically commuting through these ferries, they wanted to feel safe, fast, and convenient. And when you are basically going to this place, you want to feel actually these things. What is the most important for you? Safety and fast and convenient. So that is what it has been all about. So if you look here, so you see any luxury here?
No.
Probably they don't even serve food or they don't do anything, because actually what is the most important you are giving to the customer? What the customer want?
Just to reach to the
Safe and fast and convenient. And probably here they have outside the area where it's covered, where if your kids are running around, you actually don't feel worried. So knowing what your customer, who your customer are, based on that you can identify what kind of promises you're going to give them. So if you give the customer a promise that is not related to them, then this promise is not valid. You got me? So when we were speaking about your core customer, when you identify your customers and you go one by one and you put the list of the things actually represent them, you say, okay, this customer is looking for this customer is looking for that. So even if you want to hire people, you know why are you hiring them? Because these customers require 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where it comes, the brand promise. So brand promise also, it is born from the core customer. So this exercise which you guys have done, it will identify to you not only who are your customer and you should look for similar one, but you should also bring many things, new products, new ideas, the marketing, how you are marketing the things, what your customer would like to hear. So who you want to hear your message? Is the core customer the ideal core customer, or is just whoever? So the exercise you have done, it's basically like the GPS for the organization. These are example of brand promises. So if you see IKEA, affordability, quality and design, sustainability, innovation. So if you go to IKEA, they will give you affordable price product, but also with quality and nice design. And Apple, they talk about innovation, being creative, quality, simple, no complication in usage, security, and then environmental responsibility. So this is how does it look like when you have a brand promise. So when you have a brand promise against the other thing, against the anti-brand promise, that when you have a clear brand promise what you want to market, you weigh better than where you don't have. So now if you clear with your brand promises, then you know you are giving it to who. Maybe your customer care more about the technical service, but if you don't have really the people who are technically sound, then how can you actually respond to their questions, right? So that you will struggle, because you say, oh, I have all my core customers in the organization, it's all about technical. And here we have no one is responding to any technical things. So what we do? So you need to have technical people. So you know where even to invest. Okay, we have another exercise. I don't know if we have time. Let me see how long it is. You still have a space in the recording?
Yeah.
Okay. We have one sheet here called brand promise. Okay. We will skip this one, but I will explain it because we are running out of time. So, of course. So here, if you take the paper, list the qualities and describe your core customer. So this is exactly what we have mentioned, just done in the exercise. So when you list your your ideal core customer, and then you say, okay, what your customer count on, what your customer expect, what does your customer find unique about you. Now you know what to promise them. So I promise them what they want, well, not what I want, right? So if you promise your customer what you want, actually, maybe say, no, actually, this is not important for me. Maybe it's more about being with them, giving them the information, giving them technically. So when your colleague here was talking about this technical issue, now the customer feel like, oh, these guys actually understand what they are talking about. But if you went there and say, no, we can offer you a better price or something, then I think you're going in another direction, because that's not what they want. Yeah. And if you identify that this is actually your customer and your ideal customer, then it's easier for you to know exactly what they want. Once you jump into that customer, you know that this customer actually is looking for this, because you have another 51 customers who are exactly the same. So then you can promise them that, yes, I will give you technical information, I will give you this, and I will give you the delivery, I will give you the price. But if you go and you tell them something, it doesn't make sense to them, I think here is not about price, it's not about quality, it's not about anything. So brand promise is very important, is crucial. What if you break it? You give a promise and you break it.
We know. We lose the customer.
You think so? Do you think you can lose the customer? I don't think
Depends
so.
on the situation, how you are breaking the promise. If it's like force measure promise kind of thing.
Yeah.
Shipment is.
We are giving an option to the customer to check with the our competitors.
Look, when you got this core customer and they tie up with you or they sign an agreement, definitely there is something with you.
And it's a long-term partner. So it's not just one service make them decide to go with us. Several orders and several services.
I had one incident.
Yes.
The cable was having a problem in the production.
Give him the mic.
We had a problem with the production for one order for one of core customers, and the customer was really upset. But once we replaced the cable and we acted very fast with him, like now it's been 3 years, he never said anything about it, or he never come up again and saying, "You remember you did this to us," or something like that, because he forgave us about what we have done by like solving his actual problem.
Right.
So he was one.
Comes in favor of us because how we act on that problem.
He doesn't care about one project. We are like his partner and solution provider for the cable, so he doesn't want also to lose us.
So how does this story actually apply to other core customers? So this is what we need to start to think of. Is this story will apply to all my core customer? So there is a promise I can give from now on, that I need to promise my customer that this is what you're gonna get if I fail to do this. But of course, when you know that this is the core customer and this is who you want to actually deal with, and you have to pay for it, you have to be ready to pay for it. As we said, pizza 30 minutes or free. So they know that they will deliver in 30 minutes. And I think here now in Dubai, Kareem is also doing.
No, 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yes.
Now 10 minutes.
Talabat also mentioned it.
Which one?
T-shirt, 15 minutes.
Yes.
Now in JLT, this now, and in Marina, 10 minutes.
Yeah. And if they don't deliver in 10 minutes, what happened?
Kareem giving
Because
one
that is more important.
I think we get some points.
Kareem giving 1 dirham.
1 dirham less for each minute.
They keep
Right?
giving you the points.
Yeah. So you need to be clear about what you are promising and what you are doing if you break the promise. Yeah.
But there should be clause for everything.
Sorry?
There should be clause for everything.
Of course.
If they not promise, it's not.
Yeah, they need a big strategy and a big
Not on our
execution.
fault. It's
something happens because not our fault, then it is not a problem.
Look,
No, it is.
Let me tell you something.
please.
We are mentioning
You have the mic?
on your sales order that any external delay in shipping will not be our responsibility. And whenever there is a customer problem, the first thing you are going to do is give the burden to the logistics department, let them handle it.
But
If
let's.
There is one more thing, like
Yeah.
as an example, if a shipment is rerouted to some places because of the shipping company's irresponsibility, and they are providing the letter that this is it's our fault and this happened. Most of the time, customer understand it. It's not he who carry, and then we have to have the claim from the shipping company.
That's a problem. In shipping or logistics, you are not able to claim the money back because it is an indigent contract. Once the shipment is loaded on the ship or vessel, then they can decide the routes.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you clear about this information and it has been communicated with the customer? If it was not communicated with the customer and you just reply to the customer that you have done your best, is completely another story. So when we are saying that, now when we were saying about pizza and Kareem and all this, are they clear about their offer?
Yes.
They're clear, you know. So this is the point. If you are not clear, you will turn in trouble. So if you are clear about the situation, what could happen? The customer, now he's clear. Okay, sometimes we have fears that actually this customer might cancel the order or say, oh, this is a very bad situation, I will not go for it. But that means this is not your core customer and this is not an ideal customer. So what we are trying to build here now, we are trying to build ideal customer and core customer. We are not building a shopper who's like seasonal shopper who's coming and who's ordering something and leaving. So we have to go back, step back and say, okay, we have a customer, he's our core customer, but we have to inform him about the same. Because this customer most of the time is aware about the situation. It's not his first time hearing.
Mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Problems happen.
So if your offer is clear, pizza 30 minutes of free, then you will not be afraid because they know that they will deliver probably in 15 minutes because they have automated process, they have everything is magic and this pizza will be at your home. Yeah, so if they were not sure how much they have worked out to get this strategy set, that's what we are trying to identify.
Actually, this one time, sorry.
Yeah, please.
I ordered one time food at the weekend. This is like 5-6 years ago. It was a national day, I remember. And there was some special promotion. It was like 1 a.m., something like that. And after more than 1 hour and a half, the food didn't arrive. I called the branch and I said, I ordered from Talabat, but I called the branch and said, where is my food? And they said, unfortunately, the driver really had a very bad, the motorcycle driver had a very bad accident. And he's like in the hospital and like that. So, and I told him, okay, no problem, just cancel the order and that's it. And she said, the lady on the phone that, oh, really, thank you. I thought like you would be shouting and like you will not understand. I said, no, like the guy is okay, like he's alive. She said, yeah, the driver is okay.
Right.
So like you have to understand, like the guy like didn't make it on purpose to make an accident, just not to deliver me my food, right? So yeah.
See, there are people who goes weird and react in a different way.
Right.
Like, she thought like, where is my food? I will make a problem out of it. But I said, no, it's fine, okay.
But probably they didn't hurt him last time. They were always probably delivering on time and everything was okay.
So this is the first time you are hearing it.
It depends. Let's say that you are waiting for this food for your baby, then you wouldn't have acted this way.
Yeah, but the guy didn't make an accident.
When you are
It's not his mistake.
let's say that you are ordered baby food and baby is crying. The same way your project, they have ordered some material for the project. It is like it's a must project, they have to finish it. You didn't say, okay, hello table.
How many times you have dealt with this supplier who's delivering the food and they have not failed to deliver your food before? We are not saying that about being angry or not get angry. Of course they will get angry. Even your best customer get angry. That's different thing. We are talking about this customer. Will he sit with you and negotiate and understand? Will this supplier say, look, we will now make sure in the coming 15 minutes your baby food is coming? So it is different. It's about your core customer and I'm an important supplier for you. So most of the time the supplier will sit with you as a customer and he will try to solve your problem. But there is a difference between the customer is just shouting and he doesn't want to listen.
Then it's not our core customer.
Is it
Exactly.
not? So, okay. Then we want to speak about one phrase strategy. This one phrase strategy is something basically internal and need probably an hour to work on, but I'll just pass through and let you understand exactly what is the one phrase strategy. So one phrase strategy, it is something internal for every organization, which is actually making them different than the others. So I will give you an example from IKEA. So what is IKEA one phrase strategy? It is flat packed. So flat packed is that they have, everyone knows, they have their material, it is just. So what is this happening to them, Midon, as you are seeing a warehouse?
It's much, storage efficiency is increased, and also people can, they don't need assistance. People can take it and go and fix it by themselves.
Right.
Which means less delivery time. Customers are happy, and I think the space is utilized as much as possible. And
They can take it by their car.
yes, the transportation charges is not required.
Right.
Yes, and it's more like a fixed stations.
Right.
So if there is no material, then we can go and refill it. Customer knows where exactly they need to go and take it.
Right. So definitely IKEA doesn't go around say flat packed, we are flat packed, right? This is basically the internal things. So definitely there is another exercise which could be done on how can you actually identify your internal strategy. What does this make? This make the company what is making them different from others. So this is making them the ostrich which we have shown earlier, that they are different from the other companies. So if you actually go back to IKEA, there is a rule called, it's not on this slide, the 770%. So IKEA has 7% only of the market share of the whole furniture industry. But they have 70% of the flat pack industry. So there is, of course, other competitors who are doing the same. But IKEA is doing by 70% this kind of niche industry. So when you look at the total, how much they're doing, only 7%, which is very low from the whole industry. But in their niche, they are doing 70%. So the good question here is going to be, what is that thing you need to find which will make you different than other competitors, which will make you do a small value from the total, but you do the majority. So that will be also another work. So here, just to have an idea, one phrase strategy of Google is organize the word information, highlighting their mission. Starbucks, third place, creating a welcoming environment that serve as third place between home and work. We know that Starbucks is a place where people can sit and can work. It's like a third place for working. Amazon, customer obsession, focusing on delivering best customers. So this is finally the strategy they find internally, but they don't go around, of course, talking about it. Authentic athletic performance as, yeah.
I think their phrase should just do it.
Which one?
The last one, you just do it, is the freeze.
This is
That is the bad.
this is
bad
not
promise.
this is not
That's a slogan, that's a tagline.
yeah what they do basically. Yeah. Look, normally one phrase strategy is not published. It's not published around because this is really what is making you different. So I will give you an example. Basically, what is differentiating you? What is making you different? Again, here there are exercises. So this is an airline from US. So this, we call them core competencies. What is making you different than others? So this airline, what they did, they have one type of plane. They don't have many types. So what does this do? They maintenance is less.
Yeah, same parts.
Same parts. What else?
Same mechanism, same pilot. Because
Same pilot, exactly. Yeah.
Easy training.
Easy training.
Yeah. Easy handling on air runway. Same
Yeah.
machine, same stairs. Like very easy.
Right. And these people also, they have done other things like they don't have even an advanced system booking. Like who come first, he book, you know. So what happened here, the people are rushing because they want to have the seat faster than the other one. Because in fact, in airports, you don't want to pack people in the airport. You want people to leave. That's why you come, actually people say when they see the airport is full, that's actually not a good sign. You have to fill the planes and let them go to the skies because more the plane is on the ground, more money, less profit.
They were the one of the first company who introduced the telephone customer service and booking.
Okay.
Yeah, that was their strategy because otherwise you need a particular area in the airport, booking station, more people.
Yeah.
Instead, you call them and book it.
And also, sir, it
Yeah.
happened with me one time. The full plane not showing on the ground stuff. It's showing only on the online. So
Oh.
it happened one time. I was in Switzerland, so I want to go to Italy. So when I checked on the system of online, it's showing okay, one flight 7 p.m.
Right.
So I said okay, I want to book 2 tickets, but I'm afraid this flight is. I want to go airport and take the ticket from the counter, like
Right.
just for our satisfaction. So we went, my wife with me, so we went there and we said we need 2 tickets for 7 o'clock. She said no, there is no flight in 7 p.m. And we were confused. No, we checked 7 p.m. there is a flight. No. Then we came back hotel. Again I checked there is a flight.
Okay.
Then I go back. I said, "This is the printout. There is a flight." He said, "No, it is not in the system. It is only online flight. So not a single passenger can book this by us, like by ground staff."
Wow.
So on the airport there is a counter for internet. So then we booked that flight. So
Right.
then I realized,
Yeah.
It means some flights only by
Yeah.
online.
They were the one of the
They-
first.
So it's
and
vice versa.
yeah,
Mm,
they issued boarding
Same
pass,
strategy
everything
overseas.
online.
Yeah.
I said, no need to wait, just bring this boarding pass, direct go to plane.
Interesting. So this is actually where we say only the company can outperform rivals only when they're different, but not different in the stock they have, or not different from the competitive advantage they have. They say, okay, we are fast in delivery. Well, fast in delivery, it can be also copied, right, from others because they are using the same logistic company. So what you should be different about, that what will make you different about than the market. So when we speak about this airline, how they do their strategy, that's actually really different. And that where they get more. Of course, they have disadvantages, right? You want something else, then you have to also pay more. Okay. This is also a very big topic. Profit per X. Now let's ask a question. When do you know that you are doing well or you are not doing well? how do you know that you are actually doing well? What are the things make you sure that you are doing well? Okay. Target achieving.
Customer satisfaction. Like when we deliver the material or like we fulfill their requirement within the time period, good quality, everything. So especially delivery in time and proper communication. So they are very happy. Okay, look, we need crane to take this one like every. So I feel okay.
Okay, let me ask a question. Let me go back to the theme. Okay, she mentioned that we have a big drum and we have everyone is pushing it, right? So this theme is making you think that we are doing well or we are doing not well.
Not well.
Why?
Still pushing. You have pushing too much.
Not to say they are doing well, they are at least pushing.
Oh,
You can say it in both
Okay,
sides.
different opinions. So let's hear everyone.
Pushing, but it's still moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
That's
good.
how our situation
How
now.
it will go there? It's automated, no, right? Someone should.
Yeah, then it is not like it is a easy. You said there are bumps.
Yeah.
If it is easy, you push it, it reach straight road.
It,
Reach to the end
it,
result.
it rolls, yeah?
Yeah.
But
So
due
we are
to
pushing.
bumps, we are pushing.
Yeah, so that's our struggle, our obstacles.
Yeah.
If it is rolling, that
You-
means
you
there
roll-
is no competitors.
You
We
roll
are the
it
sole
goes-
suppliers.
It's a drum. You don't roll it manual.
If the target is very easy, then we shouldn't like be.
You
Yeah.
with your finger you touch it, it goes.
It's not a.
See, then we should be the sole suppliers. There is no competitors. Nothing.
Even the sole suppliers also have certain
Yeah.
their own.
There are no.
Yeah, that we something should be there. No?
Target should be challenging.
No company sets a target so that everyone can achieve in 1 week.
Then they increase target.
Our target to be done in.
What is this
1
question?
month.
Actually, I didn't get exactly.
Which one?
7 layers of
I will tell you, yes. But let's hear more opinions.
No, but the picture what we said, that is not showing that we are
Struggling.
struggling. I mean, if
It's
we are
not
taking
capital.
that in that
No, in the
context,
picture that like I feel like that when we all are pushing to the bumps or some other thing, instead of struggling, it's like a supporting, like
It's a teamwork.
yeah, it's a
But the
teamwork.
question is, what is give you more satisfaction, right?
how
Yeah.
achievable? I mean,
But this is for remembering like what we.
What is the question?
Okay, let me ask
showing
you.
whether we are succeeded or not.
Okay, let me ask you a few questions. What is the bottleneck, the constraint in your industry?
Less projects. Okay, and because I belongs to copper industry, so if the fluctuation in the copper and our prices, so this we can like stuck.
Okay,
As per my industry.
Krishnan, what is the bottleneck for you?
OEM approvals. If it's coming with the OEM, then it's like I need only this. So it will be easy. So this is something will be missing.
Okay. What is a constraint in your industry?
Or the constraint is like local competition. Like for me, the constant is the information available with buyers now. That is the biggest constraint.
Okay.
Now they are accessing every option, which
Right.
was our competitive advantage 3 years back.
Nowadays, we find a lot of
Omar?
competition.
For me, the constraint is to close the order with the clients and also the knowledge of the customer. Like, he think our products are a normal products like the other one, which we are having the special products for special application. So
Yeah.
he keep mixing up that he can get our cables from anywhere else, which is like the let's say the bad comparison, or like not fair comparison.
Okay, so I want to explain the X factor. Basically, what is making you, is going to make you thrive or go to the next level. So this is a bottleneck, or this is basically a constraint in your industry. There is another thing. What is the most frustrating for the customer from your experience? Like, it's really the customer get frustrated to hear.
From us?
Yeah, from each customer you guys handling.
Most frustrating is sometimes the prices, delivery time. Delivery time is most.
Okay.
And also frustrating is some stock is local stock is not available.
So what are your competitors are doing that we are not doing? So see, this is the X factor. Basically, the X factor is about finding the constraints within the market, regardless if they are for logistic constraints or for customer constraints, availability or shipping faster, and what is making the customer really like worry, and basically you're trying to find them solutions, of course, with the cheapest possibilities. And when you solve these problems, you're gonna get business, because we have always experience with customer who say, if you have it, I will really buy. But now you have long delivery, we will not buy, right? So what are the really problems you have to solve within the market, and can be with your core customers, which are going to really make you more turnover. So the X is the multiply. How you can multiply your turnover and your profit when you solve the problem of your customers, or what your competitor is doing and you are not doing. So we need to think about that. We can, of course, we need more time to, and then we have the other factor, which is the one before the last, is called the profit per X. The profit per X, again, you are now running in the market and doing, and then you speak about that you are doing well. He said, I'm achieving the target. I am, how you know, for example, that you're achieving the target? Based on what information? What is the information you have is making you sure that you're actually doing well?
The sales are already done, the orders in hand, and like what projects I have it upcoming, like, or like inquiries I have.
Exactly. So at which stage, the question is, at which stage you need to start to think that you are actually not doing well? So we don't know. We need to evaluate, yes, right? It might be, it might
6 months after, or
earlier, maybe, like earlier. Like we know the indications are showing that, oh, if we don't do this now, that means we are not going to achieve. So you were raising a point at the beginning about shipping on time. See, this is exactly what here we are trying to say. That this factor, how are you going to move it? You are saying that we have to ship everything by air, even if we sacrifice the part of the margin. But the question is, will that also make you achieve the profit? We need to check. But will that also make you completely lose, or you are just trying to invoice this year? So that's also require analysis. So that's what we are trying to here identify by the profit per X. So you need to analyze all your data, and then from there, you can really identify if you are actually doing well or not doing well. Okay, this is the mountain of Omar he was talking about. So we are here now, and we are just going, and we want to reach the BHAG. So BHAG is called Big Hairy Audacious Goal. This goal which will come maybe in 10, 15 years, which we need to start to think about today. That where do we want to be in 15 years? But whatever you do today, it's actually going to make you reach there. So you need to plan quarterly, annually, 3 to 5 years, and set priorities for each moment you have. Okay. Hedgehog concept. This is a very famous concept, came by the strategies gurus, and they are speaking mainly about what is the difference between hedgehogs and fox. So they say hedgehog does only one thing and fox does many things. So when you have the hedgehog, who knows what hedgehog does when he gets like attacked? A troll, but that's the only thing he knows, right? But luckily, he's very much protected. Where the fox, he knows so many things, but he's not stronger as the hedgehog. So that's why they keep saying the hedgehog strategy is always the best to follow. So that it's always about the brand promise you have, which we have discussed, which comes from the core customers you have identified, and the profit per X. What drives your economic engine? So what drives the economic engine of this company is the orders. The business is coming, is rolling. So I know that there is something happening and going on. And then what are you deeply passionate about? This is your purpose. What are you really, like, what do you want to do for, like, all around? So this hedgehog concept and fox. So fox is about like doing everything. Okay, we want to do cables, and then we want to do mechanicals, motors, and we want to do modules, and we want to do inverters, and you know, it's so many things together which they are actually, yeah. So if you are attacked, you don't know which side to go. So which side to go, which type of products you go. That's why being clear about what do you want to do. So we discussed before about that that area here, the sticky notes. Then we said we want to be a system, what they said, system solution provider. Yeah. So solution provider, it's make you think about only one thing. I want to be a solution provider. That's it. I don't want to be anything else. So all the things you start to think about, it's all around this. We are done. So any question? Of course, there are so many things I like speed up because there is no much time and energy now is down. So Midun, any question?
I have one question, like for this exercise we have. Like
Which one? Which exercise?
this to build one page strategy, one phrase strategy.
7 SNAP.
Yeah, 7 SNAP and all. So when we make this strategy, like when we meet as a team and all, how much time does it take to reflect in a general industry? I know obviously in different industry, different results.
Yeah.
But in your experience, how fast people see like results or like some kind of metrics or something?
So everything is about willingness. Yeah. So if the company is willing to grow and is willing to go to another level, definitely it will be faster. So you cannot push the people to learn. The people has to push you to learn. That they want to learn, they want to do it, they want to identify. And also it's about realizing where are we today in the market? Do we really need this or not? So I mentioned at the beginning about the habits, the Rockefeller habits. Yes, I do 5 out of 40. I do 10 out of 40. And it's okay. I'm doing well. And no, you are not. You are leaving a lot on the table. And that's when we mentioned at the beginning, you're going with a list, but I don't have a list. Oh, what I had to buy, this, that. You go back home, you forget half of the things. And now probably you are ordering them online, more expensive from the neighborhood, or more time and so on. So the checklist is made to make you identify that you're missing a lot on the table.
So what should be like, like average? So when we say about like Google or Facebook, these
Yeah.
companies, so do they follow all 40 or like
Yes.
is the market standard?
Yes, they have to follow the 40. And actually they are not impossible to follow. They are, all these things, by the way, they are also mixed and taken from these big companies, from how they do the things, from how they do their meetings, and how they are acting on their strategy, and how they perform also in the market. And each topic here, it requires more time, you know, to let you understand who is your customer and which promise to give, and which things to give, how we identify the strategy. Probably each one require also 2 hours of just talking about how can we get our brand promises, how can we get our core customers, and maybe we start to like open who are these customers, and then we say, oh no, I don't agree, this customer is different, this customer is different, and then maybe this require also 1 day just to identify. And on the top of all this, now I'm just here covering you the taste of the program, what it is about. Replying straightforward to your question, it takes 3 years, as per the statistics, to take the company from where they are to another level. Because just to digest this information, it takes a lot of time, a lot. Because the people has to get used to the daily meeting, the weekly meeting, the quarterly meeting. They have to also be ready to bring data, bring information, and that's where things start to, yeah, the people start to think differently, trainings, because, and that's where you start to identify, oh, the team is lacking this, the team is lacking that. Then you start to bring trainings to the team.
And it also has to come from the leadership also, right?
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, see, we are a subsidiary company, right? So some of the I would say not some, most of the strategy comes from Germany.
Right.
So yeah.
Exactly. So many things has to be done internally. Many things cannot be done internally. Like for example, there is another presentation, another workshop talking mainly about people, and that's actually talking about how we hire the people, how we fire the people, how the communication inside the organization. If you notice here, there is we speak about priority number 4. Like we spoke about FACE, the function accountability. How can you assign accountability to the people? Yeah, which is functionality tools. How you give which responsibility. Sometimes you say, who is responsible about this topic? And then 3 hands are up, which means no one is responsible. Yeah, how the process is identified in the organization. Who is this person will say yes or no? Sometimes we ask about things we don't know who is responsible. I'll send an email. To who? We don't know. It will go somewhere and then we will find out. That's actually also required to completely unpack how the company is processing from the time we receive the inquiry. How we receive the inquiry. What is the way? Who's responsible about generating the inquiries? 1, 2, 3, maybe we get it from the advertising, maybe we get from exhibition, maybe we get from the salespeople. Then who's receiving it? How you filter it? What you say yes and no? And then you get it down. Who's quoting? Who's following up? Who's responsible about each part of the process? This is called the BASE tool, which you assign responsibility for each one of the team.
When you say focus like a head stop, and do not focus on one thing instead of going around other things, it will be better to have a backup, right? Something else also.
So we have to be a little bit specific here. When we say about one thing, it can be also one industry.
Okay.
So we are serving this particular industry. So for example, you are serving automation industry. So what else I can supply to the automation? We are supplying control cable. Okay, but he's supplying drag chain, and you are supplying also the pre-assembled products. So this is again one thing to the industry. But then you cannot say, okay, now we start also to deal in real estate. And now we want to start to deal in food. And now we want to start to deal in gasoline, or, you know, so this becomes so many things. You can, but do you have also the process to separate between what you are doing or not? Any other question? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.